a chat with Liquid's victorious support.
Thank you very much. We have great cast of the day. I'm here with Matt after a great Janna game here. I want to talk to you first about the plan coming in. You had a great Protect the Piglet comp. You were playing Janna. Talking about sort of your role in the team when there's really only sort of one prong to push with, which is the Vayne, of course, in the bot lane.
My role on the team, I mean, for the most part, when we're on stage, like everybody's so hyped up. Everybody has their own ideas of what they want to do for the game. So for the most part, yeah, I'm just like the facilitator. I'm trying to make sure everybody is going to keep a cool head. You know, no one's going to scream, "Let's go," and we're gonna, yeah, just have a very clear minds when we're on stage.
And you guys looked pretty clear throughout much of that game. Once the mid game took hold, you guys were in complete control. And I want to sort of touch on that because Liquid, it feels like every other week you guys are amazing, and then you're really terrible, and then you're amazing again. You had some good games like this. What is it that keeps you guys sort of flopping between being excellent players and teams that drop games you shouldn't?
To be honest, like, yeah, like we always feel like we deserve to win. Like when we come on stage, there's never going to be a time where we're going to think, yeah, we're the underdogs. But it's pretty hard to say that with like so much confidence since we're like the new guys, I guess. Like I'd say for the Koreans, like, yeah, it's like deserved that they should feel like that. But as rookies, yeah, we're pretty cocky. And yeah, when we think we deserve every win, I guess it kind of gets to our heads and like we kind of do some dumb stuff still, and we're trying to work through that. But yeah, I think all of our losses, we could have won them.
Could have won them. So maybe 17-0 if you had played a little bit better than throughout the season. Next question up, you guys have C9. Talking about deserving every single win up against second or third place C9 in your final game of the regular season before you're heading to playoffs. What's that game going to look like for you?
I mean, we've prepared pretty well against C9, I think. I think, yeah, I mean, we've performed. I mean, we've definitely practiced against C9 the most this week, and we're definitely confident leading into this week.
You speak about being confident. Right now, you are tied for fourth place, and whether you're you guys on the roster or not, the story keeps writing itself. Liquid in fourth place, Liquid in fourth place. Were you trying to live up to this meme the whole time, or just keep falling into place for you guys?
So what has to happen for? I think TSM has to lose.
So you're tied with them. If you both win or you both lose, tiebreaker.
Okay, I see. So yeah, I mean, fourth the dream.
Fourth the dream for Liquid. Matt, thanks very much. Congratulations on the win. Good luck tomorrow, and maybe in the tiebreakers against TSM afterwards. Going to send it down to the analyst desk.
Thank you, Freak. A lot of confidence, or cockiness even, as Matt put it, after that win there for Team Liquid and tying TSM in fourth place. So, you know, if all is right in the world, tomorrow they will end up in fourth place. But before we get
TSM fans would disagree with you.
Yeah, I know, right? That's very true. Before we get into that game and whether or not the cockiness is deserved, we want to take another look at the final replay, just the backdoor, as it happened kind of abruptly and we didn't get a chance to really see it in game. So
there's the ward. Look at that sucker. Spoiler alert, he kills the Nexus.
Yeah, the previous
Nailed it.
The previous Nexus attempt,
Yeah.
Matt had exhaust backup. It was about up for 2 or 3 seconds, and maybe he could have exhausted and actually just ended the game there. But the entire thing shouldn't have happened.
Wait, so you're telling me that the cockiness is undeserved then? Because he had exhaust and he didn't use it.
I don't know why we're talking about that when Biglet's inside the fountain.
That whole situation.
Yeah, no,
The whole
I know.
situation shouldn't have happened. Like, I don't know about you guys, but if I was ever in that situation on an LCS stage, important game,
Ending the game.
I would just be like, just end it.
Yeah.
Just end it. I actually get mad at people who weren't ending it.
No, very true.
like,
Very true.
hit the
There's something to be said for the way that a team plays or feels, you know, plays fast and loose once they do have a lead, and how it can come back to bite them. We've seen it before. It definitely can happen. Let's get into this actual game, though, because this game seemed to represent kind of the standard recipe for success for Team Liquid that we've seen time and time again. And so if we work through it, I mean, you've got Piglet on Vayne, basically saying, let's let him do all the fancy footwork and carry the game while the rest of the cast is playing a somewhat supportive role.
Yeah, I mean, you get your tank up top for Lorlo. We actually saw them stumble when teams target banned Lorlo and tried to focus on his champion pool and deny all those top lane tanks. So maybe that's a strategy used against them, but very secure on Poppy, you know, top tank now. And then Phoenix in the mid lane building the support item for Ghosties and, you know, either playing Lux or Lulu or something along those lines. He's very happy to do that role for Piglet to be able to speed him up as well. Matt this time on Jenna. I mean, Adrian in his interview said, I'm the only one who could play Jenna, backline support. So Matt has been playing Jenna for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same, but he can do it. Yeah.
I actually think his Jenna is Matt's single best performing champion. He's
What about
undefeated
Bard?
right now. I think
Bard's good.
I honestly think that his Bard, he goes a little too hard and he'll throw the game sometimes. I think those ultimates, you'll have like really good ones for the first half of the game, and then those last ones where it really matters, sometimes it won't work out for them. We've seen him lose games off of that. Where Janna, he's kind of the backline shot caller at that point. It's like,
But sometimes
you guys
then
go
he
in.
has exhaust up at the end of the game, and you flame him.
Well, you know what's interesting though, Kobe? I want to go back to your point about Lorlo in the top lane, how he has been focused on those tanks before.
Yeah, that was a...
But with Azir back in the meta, it almost requires, and we saw here, that Dignitas throws a ban, an Azir ban at Liquid, which in a sense might be one of the ways that they free up Lorlo to make sure he gets one of those tanks. Because the Nautilus was banned against him, but the Kalista and the Azir is what Dignitas thought was more worthwhile.
Probably due
as
to
bans.
seeing our little presentation last week.
That's probably what it was, right? It was, we'll take credit for that. But again, so this seems to be the recipe for success. But I think then the question that we have to move towards is this recipe enough to get them through playoffs? Is this going to be, something that they can ride? Can they ride this wave all the way through playoffs? Or are they going to have to show us something else?
So when you say get through playoffs, you don't mean win playoffs.
I always mean win. Let's assume that the team's objective is to win.
Okay, well, no, I don't think this is enough for them to win playoffs. Immortals can do the same thing that Team Liquid do better, so I don't think they can take that one. I'm not quite. I don't think that Team Liquid with this style can actually handle even CLG's 1-3-1 split push, which is just a clashing style. So I think that both of those teams would probably stop Team Liquid on their run. But as I said, they're very confident. Dardok's been playing really well. Maybe he's able to carry them through some games. Piglet has been strong all season long.
Right.
So the possibilities
at least that then gives them an idea, right, of where they need to go. If this isn't if this isn't the strategy that can do it for them 100%, they're going to have to find one or two more that they can employ. Looking towards playoffs, though, James J. Wilhelm thinks Dardok can be that power player for Liquid. And so when we talk about, that Lee Sin today on the Elise, we saw 2-0-2 very early on. So being able to work around that farm-heavy jungler of Udyr and making sure he's getting into lanes and applying that pressure.
And I think that works out for them much better where he's on these carry junglers, and that's the formula they're going with, right? Top lane tank, carry jungler, have Phoenix on something supportive, Piglet carry, and then have Matt on disengage. And that's the formula they've been going with. And Dardok seems to make it work. His early games are really good. There's that one game last week against Energy where he actually took him a long time to get off the ground and Moon out-jungled him. But aside from that one, his performances on these carry champions have been really crisp.
Yeah, he was such a huge substitution in for Team Liquid. Do you even remember what the jungler they were using before him, what his name was?
I will dominate.
I think I got it. Now the big question is how is Dardok Sejuani? That's what I want to know, and maybe he'll pull it out and show it to us sometime.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's your question.
I think.
Sejuani.
I know. Just because Kobe hates Sejuani, but
I don't hate her.
It's besides the point, really.
All right. Well, I want to touch on one last thing though, coming
go
into
for it.
playoffs. Azir is being banned against Team Liquid now, so they have another ban that's coming in against them, and they will have an Azir composition ready for Phoenix when they make it to playoffs. So that's another thing in their pocket where they can fall back on that strategy, and they don't have to just play this protect the Piglet.
Yeah, if and when it's not banned, we do know that Azir is something that they can play. We'll keep it tuned right here because after this quick break, we'll be queuing up for our final game of the day, Cloud9 versus Echo Fox. We'll be back to preview that match in just 3.5.
Loco, if I make some hyphy play, will you put your reaction on Rebirth? All right, cool. That's my ambition this game. To see the Loco Doco Craigasm.
Remember, Billy Bosses is down. That may be the majority of this play. That's going to be a kill going in front of Matt. They've traded one for Piglet.
Yeah, kill. Finish.
Zone Udyr. Oh, it's low. Kill.
No flash. Keep going.
We got it back. For bottom.
The teleports will be used here. A lot of focus. Even Phoenix from the top lane, they feel like there's going to be a big enough fight to gain the rest of the map. Matt is throwing the attacks, and it's going to be a save. Dignitas keeps the Nexus alive.
And Phoenix.
It's over. Hey, that's
GG.
the game. Liquid take down